doesn't come in, it doesn't make any headlines, they don't attack people, but they tend to be, in my judgment, much more dangerous because they are not noticed. And therefore, what is happening is, and there's a turning away from the organized Christian church, Hinduism has a tremendous appeal because it says you can have any religion you want or no religion if you want, and you can do your own thing, and eventually we'll all discover our innate divinity within ourselves. C.S. Lewis made that statement, I believe, after seeing that the Christians and Muslims will come to direct head-to-head confrontation. Islam will not take over because of that direct militant approach. Hinduism, as a passive thing which creeps in unnoticed, is more likely to become the dominant religion. And may I add, not only C.S. Lewis, there's a historian from England called Toynbee, and he studied trends in history rather than just the facts of history. And in one of the speeches he made, he said that the religion of the 21st century will not be Christianity or Islam, but will be Hinduism. And you see the New Age, which is really a form of Hinduism, taking over and becoming, in a sense, the world religion.
1984 attack on the Golden Temple. Over 110,000 Sikhs have been killed by the government forces. Between 20 to 30 Sikhs are killed every day in extrajudicial murders in the state of Punjab alone. At least 70,000 Sikhs languish in prisons without charge or trial. In general, Sikh men are tortured, countless women have been raped, and even young children have been imprisoned. Let me narrate to the story. Let me narrate to the story of Paramjit Singh Sekhon, a young man who have come to America after suffering torture from the police. Mr. Sekhon received a letter.
Can you just pause a minute while we get this clear?
No.
Thank you very much.
I didn't say anything.
This is a democratic country. Let hear the human rights. Let him hear the human rights. We are here for human rights. Let him speak. This is not fair. If you can speak a meaning, let him speak first. Don't condemn him. Please, we are for human rights. Human rights.
We are now going to proceed with the program.
Because we're told that within that circle of life, if we were to make a circle around God's creation, all of earth and all of the universe, that there is brokenness, that there is reconciliation that is needed.
There's a challenge at our doorstep. How are we going to face this in the seminary? How do we teach this? I mean, how's it going to affect your teaching?
Well, being here makes me see again the power of the pluralistic reality in our day, and so I'm even keener to give my students accurate information about religions and provide the Christian reply to the claims of world religions. I'm noticing in my students, too, some real anxiety about world religions because they don't know a lot about them and they want to be informed, and they're concerned that, you know, maybe they're going to discover that the other religions are just as good. I noticed that somewhat. Now, what I try to say to my students over and over again is I think you can search all religions and all new groups, you know, the witchcraft and pagan groups that are arising in the West. I don't think you'll ever find anyone as great as Jesus. Stephen Neal said one time that Jesus is the trump card of Christianity. Religions have a lot in common on moral things and some religious teaching, but there's no one like Jesus. And if we keep that in mind, it'll help us as we witness and as we encounter people of other faiths.
His Holiness the Dalai Lama, the exiled Tibetan spiritual and temporal leader, winner of the Nobel Prize in 1989. His Holiness has come to Chicago to attend the 93 Parliament, joining hundreds of other religious leaders, will attend the Assembly of Religious and Spiritual Leaders today and Saturday, and as you know, will be giving the keynote address in Grant Park on Saturday evening. His Holiness. Will make some remarks and then entertain questions from the press. Thank you.
Studying the life and teachings of Jesus, and if so, comment on his life.
That's Bible translation in Tibet. And since I can, perhaps I think 30s, 40s, already you should start one Tibet translations also there. So I learned something from reading these books. Then to me, is it a true person? I learned more deeper way through personal contact, such as late Thomas.
I think that there are two very important messages that come out of the Parliament to the Church today. The first is the fact that we need to really become a very loving community. I found that many of these people were hurting. They were Catholics, they were Protestants who had not found their faith satisfying. And as a result of the deadness of their own faith, they think to themselves, surely there's reality somewhere. I mean, they're groping for God, and they think it must be found here. That's the first thing. The second thing is the tremendous need to equip the church and to equip believers so that they can give a reason for the hope that is within them amid all of the options that are out there. I can now understand better, having attended, why it is that people in my congregation sometimes find it difficult to defend their faith, you know, and why they are intimidated, because out in the workforce where you get all these different ideas and somebody says, I'm into Buddha and you're into Christ, and whatever works is right, how do you handle it? That's exactly what the church needs today, is basic fundamental apologetics in defending the uniqueness of Jesus Christ.